Hi, this is Bill Kingsley with Team Kingsley. Today I want to talk about a feature we added to the Sprite last year called Trigger Delayed. We're showing here set the trigger low delayed. I think a lot of our customers don't understand what's that for or how to use it. So I put together a quick video. I just set up a table and a couple of props, an empty bottle, empty coffee cup, a newspaper. You're going to see a motion video running. It's a 30-second video running in a loop. If you look closely, you may be able to see where it pauses. It's a fraction of a second where it actually loops at. And then there'll be a trigger video which continues on from there. Now the thing with the trigger delayed is that it allows you to use a motion video for your buffer and also a motion video for your trigger. And then you can join the two, and it looks fairly seamless. Again, there is a very brief, less than a half a second pause, but if you stage that right with your direction of your video, you won't notice it. And again, this is a very quick, just a one-off video I made, and it's very crude. It was made with my the camera we use here in the office to take pictures of products. So it's not really a video camera, but it does take videos. It's just not real good at it. But so you'll see here, again, this is a 30-second loop that's going to just run. This guy's just sitting here mumbling, looking at the paper. And then I'll trigger it. And when I trigger it, the trigger holds off until the end of this file. So you can trigger it at any point through here and trigger it with a push button, a step mat, motion sensor, or whatever kind of sensor you can connect to the Sprite. But once it triggers, it'll hold off until the end of this loop file. Then it'll allow the file 001 to start playing. So I'm going to push the trigger button. I'm not sure where we're at in the video here, but I think it's looped a couple of times because it's only 30 seconds long. But at some point you'll see it go into the triggered file 001. Should be coming up here soon. I've watched this 50 times already, I think. So now we just went into the file 001. So you see the actor's going to get up and move. And the jerkiness in here is my cheap video camera. If you see a little bit of jerkiness, the frame rate's not real high on it. So we threw this together. A lot of our Halloween haunted house people and home haunters like to use the haunted portrait videos where it'll have a still image, and when you trigger it, it goes into, the portrait comes alive or turns into some kind of monster or something. And again, with this, you can have motion for all of it, as long as you stage it right to the point where you're going to transition. And for our other customers in museums or advertising or whatnot, you can capitalize on this too. You can have motion in your buffer video, your attract video, and then when your customer or your visitor presses a button or motion sensor or whatnot to start the content video, you can blend right into it. And this also works with audio, by the way, as well. So we're back into the buffer file now, the looping file. Again, it's kind of hard to see where the transition is, but if you look closely and watch it enough times, you will find it as a very slight pause. Now we'll talk about how to take your video file and make it to work with the delayed trigger. You want to make one video file that includes your looping and your effect all in one straight video. Choose a good place to cut it for your effect. So the left side of the red line is going to be your looping video, the right side is going to be your triggered effect. Cut the file in your video editing software. Then make a copy of each side and add it back in. Now reverse the copies that you just added. Now join the copy to the original files. So we have two files, one buffer file and one effect file. Name the files to use on the Sprite. The buffer loop will be 000, the trigger effect 001. When the files are played and triggered, both files circle back to the exact same video frame. This gives the appearance of a seamless transition. If you've got any questions, you can always email us, support@teamkingsley.com or support@MedeaWiz.com.